Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good. So today I'm here to explain the very first scene of Julius Caesar, Act 1, Scene 1. But before I start, I really need to tell you something about the political scenario which was prevailing at that time in Rome. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for us to relate the events in the upcoming scenes. So what's happening is it's basically 44 BC going on, and at that point of time the two potent generals, military generals present at Rome were Pompey and Caesar. Now they are not at all in good terms. They are completely against each other. So what happens? Caesar literally starts a civil war against Pompey, and after this war Pompey escapes Rome and he goes to Egypt to hide himself. And later on we see that Caesar also defeats Pompey's blood, which means Pompey's son. So his sons are also defeated. And later on what happens? Julius Caesar is the only potent military general present in Rome. So from here we are going to begin the first scene when Caesar is returning after defeating Pompey's blood, that is Pompey's sons. And few more things which I would like to tell you is about it is the period of political uncertainty and strife. Caesar has just returned after defeating Pompey's sons. There is double celebration that day because Caesar is returning, and the second celebration is about the feast of Lupercal, which is also celebrated. I'll tell you about this feast in the second scene, that what happens in this particular feast. And the ignorant people of Rome, they forget their woes and worries, and they are ready to rejoice, celebrate Caesar's coming back. Literally, people there, the Romans basically, they had decided that Caesar is going to be the next king. But we also know that everyone is not favoring Caesar. There are people who are against him. The tribunes, they are Flavius and Marullus. Who are the tribunes? The general officers who were present at that time. They were against Caesar, and they openly criticize Caesar in front of the huge crowd, which we are going to read in scene 1. It just begins with that. And they further show their disrespect by removing the trophies won by Caesar from the statues existing in the city. So this is the introduction to the play, and now we are going to begin with the scene. Act 1, Scene 1. Act 1, Scene 1. The scene takes place at a street. Rome, a street. Enter Flavius, Marullus, and certain citizen. Flavius speaks, "Hence home, you idle creatures. Get you home. Is this a holiday? What, know you not, being mechanical, you ought not walk upon a laboring day without the sign of your profession? Speak, what trade art thou?" We see that Flavius is in a very agitated state. He simply speaks to one of the citizens, one of the commoners present there, and he speaks quite rudely. He's calling them idle creatures, means lazy people who, rather than doing their work, waste their time by walking or by wasting their time, just like that. Is this a holiday? He questions. Is this a holiday that you are wasting your time? You are idling away your time? What, know you not? He is questioning. Don't you know? Being mechanical means you are a working class people. Then why are you wasting your time? So being mechanical, you ought not walk. You ought not walk upon a laboring day. Laboring day, a working day. You're not supposed to walk on the streets just like that wearing your best dress. You cannot just walk on the street. Rather, you should go to your work. Without the sign of your profession, without the sign of your profession is referring to without the sign, without carrying the things you need to carry to your shop for your profession, or without wearing the dress, the apron that you're supposed to wear and go to your work. Why are you behaving like this? Speak, what trade art thou? What is your trade? What is your business? What kind of work do you do? First citizen speaks. Why, sir, a carpenter. He says that he is a carpenter. Merulus speaks now. Where is thy leather apron? If you are a carpenter, you are supposed to wear your leather apron or carry it to work. Where has it gone? Where is it? And thy rule, your tools. Where are your tools? You are without your apron, you are without your tools. You're just celebrating the day. Why? What dost thou with thy best apparel on? Why are you wearing your best clothes? What's the reason behind it? You, sir, what trade are you? Then he shifts to the second citizen and he questions the second citizen. What happened? What is your trade? What is your business? What work do you do? Second citizen says, truly, sir, in respect of a fine workman, I am but, as you would say, a cobbler. In respect of a fine workman, with all due respect, I am a cobbler. Now here you will see that Shakespeare uses pun to create humor. This fellow, the second citizen, is going to use double meaning of a particular word, which is providing humor to the readers, that is us. So let's read to understand further. So he says he's a cobbler. Merulus, but what trade art thou? Answer me directly. Merulus somehow did not understand what he is saying. And he says, directly answer me, properly answer me. What trade are you? What is your profession? Second citizen. Now, he had answered in a very simple way, but he sees that Merulus is still questioning him. So he also tries to meddle with him. He tries to play with him a little bit. So second citizen, a trade, sir, that I hope I may use with a safe conscience. Safe conscience is referring to honestly. A trade, sir, that I have, and honestly I can say that indeed, sir, I am a mender of bad souls. So he says that truly, honestly speaking, I am a mender, means I correct, I mend, I repair, okay? I repair souls. Now soul, it has got two spellings, two meanings as well. If you look at your book, you will see it is S-O-L-E-S, souls. And another soul is S-O-U-L, soul. We know the difference of both the souls. One is the soul which is there in our shoes, slippers, and the other soul is related to our body. When the physical body leaves, it is our soul which wanders, and basically it is the spirit of our body, the soul, the heart. Merulus, what trade, thou knave, thou naughty knave, what trade? You are not answering me directly. You knave, a dishonest or wicked person. He tells. Again, Merulus is confused and he is asking him properly that why are you playing with me? Why don't you tell me properly what is your job? Second citizen, nay, I beseech you, beseech is request, be not out with me, do not be angry at me, yet if you be out, I can mend you. If you be out. Now here is the catch. He says that if you be out. Actually he says if your shoes are out of order, if your shoes need repair, then I can mend it. But he says in such a way that the phrase has got a double meaning. He says, if you are out, if you are angry, you are not behaving properly, I can mend you also. I have the potential, I have the capability to mend you as well. So this somehow, angries, this somehow agitates Marullus, because he understands now what this fellow is trying to mean. Then Marullus says, what meanest thou by that? What do you mean by that? Mend me, thou saucy fellow? You will mend me, thou saucy fellow? Saucy, insolent, means disrespectful. You are not showing any respect to me. I'm the officer, governing officer here, and you are talking to me like that? Second citizen, why sir, cobble you? Cobble you? Again he says cobble you, he's playing. Means I can mend your shoes. I didn't say I'll mend you, but actually he meant that only. Flavius, thou art a cobbler, art thou? You are a cobbler, isn't it? Aren't you? Then second citizen, truly sir, all that I live by is with the all. Means I have nothing except this tool, all. That's all I have. I meddle with no tradesman matters and women's matter. Means he does not interfere into any other businessman's matter, or he does not even interfere into women's matter. Then, but withal, I am indeed, sir, a surgeon. Withal here means, withal, you see the spelling, it actually means with this all, the tool that he has. I am indeed, sir, a surgeon to old shoes. When they are in great danger, when the shoes are in great danger, what does that mean, great danger? It means when the shoes need repair. I recover them, that is repair them. As proper men as ever trod upon neat's leather. Neat's leather is a cow's leather, an ox's leather. Have gone upon my handiwork. Gone upon my handiwork, this phrase means I must have worked on it. What does he say at the end? He says that if you see any man who's walking, wearing a cow's leather shoes, you will understand that it must have been my work. I must have worked on that particular shoe. So this is where the matter ends, after a furious fight between Marullus and the second citizen who tries to play, and the literary device used here is pun, P-U-N, pun. Flavius says, but wherefore art not in the shop today? Why are you not in your shop today? Why dost thou lead these men about the streets? Why are you leading these men, so many people together on the streets? Where are you taking them to? Second citizen says, truly sir, to wear out their shoes. Again he plays as in he's just trying to joke that I have taken them out because I want their shoes to get worn out so that they come to me and I repair them, and it would give me a good profit. To get myself into more work so that he gets more work. But indeed, sir, we make holiday. Now he tells seriously that actually, sir, we are making a holiday to see Caesar, Julius Caesar, and to rejoice in his triumph. And we want to celebrate his victory. Now, what victory? I told you in the very beginning that he has defeated Pompey's sons and he is returning back after that. So people consider, the Romans there, the commoners there, they consider that it is a big victory for Caesar, which is why they want to celebrate. Unlike some of the Romans like Flavius, Marullus, and many more, which we'll come to know in the second scene. Marullus, wherefore rejoice? Why should you rejoice? Why do you want to celebrate? What conquest brings he home? What gains has he brought home? Like, when somebody goes for a war, after winning the war, that fellow brings back something, like the prisoners or something which is taken from that place. But Caesar is coming back empty-handed. He does not bring anything as such. Also, there's one more thing which I would like to tell you before I go ahead. These people, these commoners, they had this thought that when Pompey was there, They had a lot of respect for Pompey. We will read that in this paragraph only. They had a lot of respect for Pompey. And now suddenly, since Caesar has defeated Pompey, they have shifted their respect to Caesar. There's no as such reason to hate Pompey. We don't know that. But we see that their respect, their love, affection, everything has shifted to Caesar now. So this is the place, this is the particular area where Marullus is going to question them. That why have you changed like this? Is it good? Do you think this is loyalty? No, this is not. And that's how he tries to manipulate these people, these commoners who are there on the streets to rejoice Caesar's triumph, victory. Let's read it. What conquest brings he home? What gains is Caesar bringing home? What tributaries followed him to Rome? Tributaries, payers of tribute. Like if he had done something really good, if he had, won the victory, what is he bringing home from the victory place? What is he carrying? To grace in captive bonds his chariot wheels. It was believed long ago when wars used to go on that after winning, the person, the emperor or the king who's winning the war will tie the prisoner with chains to his chariot. And the prisoner will walk and come back to the king, walk back to the place where the king lives. For example, it's Rome here. Caesar was supposed to bring back the prisoners, but he's not bringing anybody as such. That's why he's asking to grace, to respect. In captive bonds, his chariot wheels. He is not bringing anybody in his chariot wheels. You blocks, you stones, you worse than senseless things. He is literally calling them stupid. He's calling them, you are stone, you are senseless creatures. Oh, you hard hearts. You all have hard hearts. You cruel men of Rome. Now he will tell the reason why he is saying such bad things to them. Knew you not Pompey? Do you not remember Pompey? How you behaved with him? How you respected him, loved him? Many a time and often have you climbed up to walls and battlements. So many times you have climbed up your walls, battlements, to towers and windows. You have climbed up to your windows also. Yea, to chimney tops. You have even climbed up to the chimney tops. Your infants in your arms. And that too, you have carried your babies in your arms while you were climbing up. Why? And there you have sat there, you were sitting there the livelong day. For the whole day you were sitting over there. Why? With patient expectation, patiently you were sitting over there. Why? This is the answer. To see great Pompey pass the streets of Rome. You wanted to see the great Pompey just pass the streets of Rome. Just for one glance, you were sitting at the chimney tops, at your window, at the towers, with your babies in fact, just to have a look at him. That was your love for Pompey. And when you saw his chariot butt appear, have you not made an universal shout? When you saw Pompey's chariot approached the street, did you all not scream? There was a universal shout of joy for Pompey. Then, and when you saw his chariot butt appear, have you not made an universal shout? That Tiber trembled. Tiber, it's the holy river of Rome, trembled underneath her banks. They shouted so loudly with joy that the river Tiber, it trembled, it shook underneath her banks. To hear the replication is echo of your sound. Marullus is trying to make them recall how they have celebrated during Pompey's time. And what are they doing now? This has no relation. Then, that Tiber trembled underneath her banks. to hear the replication of your sounds, made in her concave shores. Where was the sound produced? In the hollow shores of the river Tiber. And do you now put on your best attire? And why have you put on your best clothes now? And do you now cull out a holiday? Do you now select this day a holiday? Cull out means select. And do you now strew flowers in this way? You are spreading, throwing flowers on this way. That comes in triumph over Pompey's blood. The same Pompey who you love so much. This fellow Caesar is coming back after defeating him only, his blood, his sons. And you want to celebrate his coming back. What kind of logic is this? What kind of respect, loyalty is this? Be gone, he says. He tells them, just go away from here. Run to your houses. Go to your houses. Fall upon your knees. Means ask for forgiveness. Pray to the gods to intermit, that is to stop the plague, the curse that needs must light on this ingratitude. The way you all are showing, you all are ingratitude, showing you are not being thankful to Pompey. Rather, you are doing something which is showing your disloyalty to Pompey. You should ask for forgiveness from God. Just be gone now, go to your home and ask for forgiveness in front of the gods. What does this mean? This particular word, intermit, stop. If you don't do so, a curse will soon fall on Rome. So this is how he talks to the citizens in a rude way, and he tries his best to make these citizens recall how they were and what they are doing now. Also, he tries to make them realize that what they are doing now is wrong. And then Flavius speaks, go, go, good countrymen, and for this fault, assemble all the poor men of your sort, your class. Go and gather all the poor men, all the working class people. Draw them to Tiber banks. All of you should approach towards the bank of the river Tiber and weep your tears and cry there till into the channel, into the river, till the lowest stream do kiss the most exalted shores of all. Means you should cry, cry, cry till the lowest stream touches the highest shore. They should cry for that long. It is a kind of repentance they should do for their mistake, the punishment they should go through. Do kiss the most exalted shores of all. Exalted shores, the highest shore. And the lowest will reach to the height of the highest shore. Till then you cry and fill the channel of river Tiber. See whether their basest metal be not moved. Now he is telling Marullus that see, their base nature is moved now. And they are going towards their home. They vanish tongue-tied in their guiltiness. They do not utter a single word. Tongue-tied, they do not utter a single word. And why are they tongue-tied? They don't utter anything because they are feeling guilty. Because Marullus made them realize what they did and what they are doing now has no relation and it's wrong. So they are going back with a lot of guilt in their heart. Go you down that way, he's telling Marullus. Marullus, you go that way towards the Capitol. This way I will, and I will go this way. Why? They have a reason. Because they want to disrobe the images. If you do find them decked with ceremonies, they are going to take off the beautiful, robes which are put around the statues of Caesar or images of Caesar. They are going to disrobe all of them, take off all of them, because they do not find it a good reason to celebrate Caesar's victory or Caesar's coming back. Also, they look at Caesar, as a threat. Marullus, may we do so? Shall we do so today? Because today is the feast of Lupercal. We do not want a chaos in Rome. People might get angry. It is the feast of Lupercal. Flavius says, it is no matter. It does not matter. You do as I told you. Let no images be hung with Caesar's trophy. There shouldn't be no images of Caesar's decorated with trophies or robes. I will about and drive away the vulgar from the streets. I will also go and remove all the commoners. Vulgars here is referring to the common people. I'm going to remove all the common people from the city, from the street. So do you too. You also do the same. Where you perceive them thick, when you see them, they are thick. Thick means here too many together. You just remove them, disperse them. These growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing. Actually, here the common people are considered as the growing feathers, and Caesar is considered as the bird hawk. So they think if we are going to remove the feathers, the growing feathers, these people, we are going to break their mentality, we are going to send them home, then what would happen? Caesar's confidence, who's the young hawk, considered as the bird, his confidence will come down and he would not fly so high. This is the metaphor. This is how this metaphor is used here. Feather plucked from Caesar's wing. Then what would happen? We'll make him fly an ordinary pitch. Then he wouldn't be able to fly so high. He wouldn't have so much of confidence and dominance. He would just have an ordinary flight. He would stay down only. He wouldn't start flying, thinking, okay, people consider me the king, I'm the king. He wouldn't think so. Who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness? Otherwise, he is the man who's going to soar very high and keep everybody, that is all the Romans, under servile fearfulness. He's going to dominate them. He's going to be a bad tyrant. So this is the reason they do not want Caesar to fly high, and they do not want the Roman citizens to support Caesar's coming back home. This was all about Act 1, Scene 1. So we know what's going to happen next. The feast would be celebrated. Caesar is coming back. And in the very beginning, we see Marullus and Flavius, the two governing officials of Rome that time, who are against this thing. Not just Marullus and Flavius, we will see many others who are very close to Caesar also. Even they are scared about Caesar's ambition, which we are going to read in Scene 2 and Scene 3. So I'll be soon back with Scene 2. I believe I could help you in understanding Act 1, Scene 1 of Julius Caesar. Thank you and have a good day.